Part 5. If you're new here, welcome. For those of you who've been following along, by now you should be around 24 plus. We'll start in Rottenfoot Swamp to get marching orders off the Sivakayans here. There's a camp near the Meadows zone line. Instead of going west near the Nipper camp, go east. Grab the orders from the named. You can turn this in now to the captain. It gives you Port Azure faction. The Mathers note we picked up back in Black Salt Strand last guide said to find someone named Yaren in Good Soil. Well, we know where Good Soil is. Or was. If you talk to the NPCs in the plains near the burnt down village of Good Soil about Yaren, they send you to another little village directly east in the Restful Valley. Eventually one of the NPCs will tell you where and when to find them. Over on the beach of VITHEO'S Watch you'll find them near Krakengard, only up at night. Turn in a note and let's get to Black Salt Strand. Up on the east wall, not far past the graveyard, is some trees and bushes you can run behind to get to a crack in the wall. There's 4 pages here. You'll most likely outlevel everything here, and it shouldn't take you long to get all 4 pages. The 4th is behind a movable wall. If you have your Sims pulling, they'll pull through the wall so it's not really hidden. Just click it to open it. Get the pages back to Yaren. He wants more pages we'll get to later. Close to the Abyssal Lake entrance in Ripper's Keep is a Sivakayan spy master named you want to kill for the intel you need for both Ripper and for Port Azure. You can get 2 pages and turn them into both of them. The last place to check out before the lake is SOLUNA'S Landing. Everything here is 20 to 22 plus. From the Loomingwood entrance, if you go north and look along the east wall, you'll find a well-hidden opening near the Giants. Go up inside and kill the named in there. Take the journal entry you find west of Valal the Holy. The only other thing I've found to note so far is the lost faiths dropped by these ancient corpses. There's also a village with some NPCs near the shore you could talk to. Next up, Abyssal Lake. One of the entrances is behind the waterfall in the meadow. You can start in here at 24, but you really want to be 26 plus, and you're probably not going to kill the last boss until 28 plus, though you won't need it for the quests. One of the 3 pieces we need for the Hollow Candle drops here off one of the Dark Wardens, as well as a Sivakayan journal and the last faded entry page. You turn the journal into the captain in Port Azure. The Western Seacoast. Remember that lost soul in Malaroth's nesting grounds? Give him the 7 faded entry pages we've been collecting throughout the series. There was a lady I found a long time ago in a house upstairs in Port Azure that was talking about her husband that didn't return from his expedition, but I couldn't get anything else out of her. This is the only person I can think of when he mentions his wife. Give her the pen and she'll give you a journal. Next up is Fallen Braxonia. Grab the Tempest ring we made in the last guide and go to the northern part of the desert. Use the ring to get rid of the flame and kill the named for the Brashell and the key to the doors behind her. Inside you'll find some lore and crafting materials you'll need later. You'll also get new chess pieces you can go play with in the desert. In the lower back of this place is a pin we want for the Dusk and Light School. Braxonia ore is also found here. In the deepest part of this are planar guards that drop portal shards I don't know what to do with yet. They're guarding some elemental energy that I also don't know what to do with yet. In another part of this place is a flame well. We'll come back to this in a minute. After you're done in there, go turn the Brashell quest in, then we're headed to the BLIGHT. In the BLIGHT, you're looking for a Blightwood slab and Blight crystals for a ritual we'll get to later. There's also a piece of paper you should have gotten in Rockshade you can turn in here. He's somewhere to the east. Don't forget to give him a stone out of the bag. Take those stones back to Fallen Braxonia with a Sivakayan to upgrade your gear. It took me a minute to figure out exactly what the page was saying. I thought it was telling me to put 3 of each, but that wasn't it. I had to reread the page. It mentions a tool, so I tried that before realizing what it did. But it didn't always work. I thought maybe the page was telling me it can only be done 3 times a day, so I waited a day and tried again. At first it worked, but then it failed again even before the 3rd time. So I thought maybe it's the order I'm putting them in. Nope. Sivakayan plus stone plus item worked, but doing the same order a 2nd time didn't. It's a random chance to fail and it takes your Sivakayan either way. After using up all my Sivakayan, I looked it up on their wiki to find out you can put up to 3 of each plus your item for a 100% chance. Back in Port Azure, grab the strange figurine mold with the ingredients you should have by now and make it at the forge. Then we're off to the desert to play chess. Collect the hint in the mold for the next candle piece. Now over in Dusk and Light at the school with the pin you got out of Fallen Braxonia equipped, you can go in and talk to the headmaster. Just answer the questions she asks and she'll give you a stone. You gotta be specific. Also while you're here, if you don't have any Dusk and Giant's blood yet, kill the bears and the dryad around the well to get the giant to spawn. Keep the essence of nature you find off the ghosts as well. West from the portal in Ripper's Keep, take the unborn phobia you got from the Fernala ritual with the items at once over to the brazier. Retrieve the nightmare crystal from inside, then let's go get a branch. In Loomingwood from the Meadows zone line, go north and take out the Gardener of Loomingwood. We'll need the branch for the next part. Stop by the village to turn in your lost stone. This took a while to find. I had an idea of who the quest was talking about, but I couldn't remember where. He'll give you back the stone and tells you to go to Stowaway's Step. The NPC behind the Paladin building has the quest to get back to the island. Turn in the Angler's Ring to her and get on the boat. Hand the stone over to Lucian to get the next quest, completing the ritual. Before heading to VITHEO'S rest, we need a few things. There's 2 braziers with 2 recipe pages. By this point, if you've been following the guide from the start, you should have all the ingredients needed for both braziers. Fight your way in, find the braziers, and place the items needed inside. I don't think you need the pages. I'm pretty sure that's just for the recipe. This will open up the middle door in the beginning of this place. You should be able to take out the apparition of VITHEO around 31. He dropped some nice loot in a rune I don't know what to do with yet. Next up is Praelian Cascade off a wind-washed pass, directly west from the Meadows zone line. There's a baking oven and a house, and the only obvious thing to throw in there are the fish like the octorunner you can find here off the mobs. You can also fish it up in places like the Dusk and Light coast. The mobs drop a page that explains what to do here. There's a hidden quest if you follow the instructions. Hopefully you've done a little bit of fishing beforehand. I didn't. Meat can also be found here if you're lacking. Kill the last boss for a book with some more info about the Malaroth Feed. I won't spoil that little bit for you. You use the feed in Malaroth's nesting grounds. Run on a platform and the feed should disappear with the boss fight. Azynthi's garden is up next. You should have gotten a boat pass from Abyssal Lake. Run south-southeast in the BLIGHT until you find a coast. There should be a dock along it. Give the pass to the NPC. Inside you find a hermit that doesn't say much, near a well you should bind at and a watchlight in the house behind him. The only things they go off of are the scriptures you find, and after spending hours here searching, as well as getting destroyed by the boss a couple times, I didn't figure anything out, so I decided I just needed to be 35 to do this place, and I started grinding treasure maps. Then I saw something on Discord about it. I couldn't help but ask. Even a flicker of souls doesn't tell you much. Apparently in the scriptures you find here, scripture 1 mentions people shouting Umbrum, which I guess I should have taken the quotations as a clue. You tell this to the hermit to get a Riftstone. The Riftstone sends you to a darker, harder version of this place. You need to find 4 Rift Snare gems that drop off the named. You should collect as many as you can. They don't need to be collected from each named either. If you wanted, you could stay in the graveyard and farm that boss for the gems. I wouldn't recommend it. Each gem gets handed to each of the 4 flickers on the other side. Make sure to kill each of them. This is not how you're supposed to get to the maze flicker, but it works. The last flicker is tricky. I wasn't aware you can use the Riftstone anywhere in the zone for a while. The key to the boss drops from an Elder Mistress. After taking out the 4 flickers, you should be able to kill the boss around 31 plus. You need the Scully drops. Then back to Port Azure, or wherever a forge is to make the wax for this candle. A mixture of giant's blood and a fang you find in Azynthe's garden. Before we get to the next dungeon, if you have the gold, try out the Monarch of Flame. It drops a black flame, which sounds cool. A planar stone. This is the only place I've found one so far. Experience and a lot of other loot with a few upgrades. Turn your 3 candle pieces into this guy. Bring the product to the Braxonia flame well to light it. Then off to Duskenlight Coast to get into Jaws of Sivakaya. Welcome to the endgame. Inside, a memory of Sivakaya will appear to guide you through the next part. I'll let her take it from here. One last thing. The last 4 pages for Yaren are all in here. The further you get, the more pages you'll find. Have fun.